welcome in. Oh. Hi. What are you doing here? Of course I know you. I've seen you in class. Pretty sure everyone knows you. What are you doing here? Because this doesn't seem like your usual jam. Don't you have, other things to do? I don't know, other things. Fun things. Less altruistic things. Oh, wait, did you get in trouble? Are you doing community service? That would make sense. You sure? I don't care if you are. I won't judge whatever you did. Any more than I already do anyway. Okay, if you say so. You're not here out of some societal obligation. So are you actually here to volunteer out of the goodness of your heart then, or are you just lost? Well, in that case, welcome to new volunteer intake. Fill out this form. I'll get you into the system. Be sure to write legibly. Me? I'm here most afternoons. I've been volunteering here for a few years, but up until recently I was in the back, sorting inventory. They moved me up here to do more admin stuff when the last admin left on maternity leave. You ask a lot of questions. Fill out the form and I'll consider answering them. Oh, you don't have to fill out that part, that's the survey stuff, but it helps us a lot, so it'd be great if you did. Because if we know why people want to volunteer, we can tailor our recruitment accordingly. If you tell us why you're here, we can try to get more people to come. Make sense? Thank you. Be as detailed as you like. We appreciate it. And while you do that, I'm going to catch up on this pile of things here. Okay, this needs to go out tomorrow morning. Metro North Food Pantry, Reese speaking. Yep, donations are accepted anytime between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. There are some after-hours drop boxes for non-perishables in a few places around town, mostly the grocery stores. You can get a list of locations off our website if that helps. My pleasure. Thanks for calling. Okie dokie. This stack of forms is ready to go, and this one is waiting for signatures. That's one less thing on my list. All done? Let's see it then. Thank you. I will check this out so you can get to work. Your penmanship is better than I expected. Just an observation. All this looks fine. Other than the fact that you're, here. Hey, like I said, I'm just a little confused and a bit skeptical. You don't have that vibe of caring. Because I've seen you around, I hear things. I can form opinions based on my observations. But whatever, if you want to help, we definitely need the help. Huh. No, I'm just reading what you wrote in the box about why you want to volunteer. Is this is a true story? So your grandmother, she was food insecure? I'm sorry to hear that. It makes sense that you'd want to make a difference, I suppose. Is she doing better now? That's good, I'm glad to hear it. Sounds like she was lucky to have you around during that time. A lot of people aren't that lucky. Yeah, senior citizens on a fixed income can be especially prone to food insecurity. Just affording basic groceries is really hard. Things have gotten so expensive, but government benefits haven't really kept pace with that. And here in the city, there are so many food deserts, places where there just isn't a grocery store. A lot of people don't have cars, so they can only shop where they can walk to, and for many of them, that means a convenience store at best. Which, you know the sort of food they sell there. I assume you do anyway. And it's not cheap either. Exactly, so that's what we work to fix here at the food pantry. Healthy options that people can actually get to and enjoy. We have a variety of food, perishable and non-perishable. And we also do deliveries for some of the people who can't get to us, a lot of whom are elderly. You may end up doing deliveries like that yourself if you stick around. Sure. Weekly grocery drop-offs are a much-needed thing in some of these neighborhoods. When people can't get to us, we take the food to them. Gotta do what we can to help. And it always seems like we can't do enough, you know? I know you don't know how it works, but I can try to explain. We do a great job with what we have. Most of our funds go to food for the pantry, and we get some great deals with local distributors. So even $1 that's donated can buy a surprising amount of food. And we get non-perishable donations a lot, and of course most of our staff are volunteers. But honestly, hunger doesn't sleep, you know? There are so many people in the city who need help. And it really pisses me off that in a country with so much wealth, anyone's allowed to go hungry. Especially kids. Oh God, so many kids. It's heartbreaking. We do a satellite program, though. It's a backpack thing through some of the local schools. We find out which schools have a lot of students on the free and reduced price lunch program, and then we go every Friday and quietly give those kids a bag of food to take home for the weekend. Nothing too fancy, but it helps. Supplements their diet, keeps them from going to sleep hungry when school is out, and we make sure it's no big deal, you know? We don't want anyone getting bullied or anything like that. Honestly, the kids are kinder to each other than most of the adults I know. My faith in humanity has dwindled a lot since I've been here, which I hate to say, but is still kind of true. People can be, heartless, dehumanizing, which now that I think about it, might be why I was kind of short with you when you came in. You don't put out the vibe of a philanthropist, but looks can be deceiving, and I shouldn't be crabby in your direction. I'm sorry for that. You're here to help, and I would very much like to help. I hope we can start over and, do some good. Whatever, don't make a big thing of it. Come on, let me take you back, show you around a bit. Yep, this way. This is the pantry back here. I know, right? It's a lot bigger than people expect. We get that a lot. Most of these aisles here are non-perishables. There's a refrigerated area on that wall, a freezer section over there, and then some aisles over here for pet food and baby stuff like diapers and formula. Oh, we love donations of pet food. So many people, their pets are their whole lives, and it kills them if they can't afford to feed them. Pets bring joy, they love unconditionally. They're family in a lot of cases, and I can't stand seeing someone lose their pet because of poverty. Shouldn't ever happen. So, yeah, pet food for sure. Sometimes the Girl Scouts or some other charity will do a pet food drive specifically for that, which is awesome. Same with the baby supplies, and for period products too, actually. Those are another thing that are way more expensive than they should be, while fully half the population needs them. We're always looking for more donations of that sort of thing. Absolutely. There's a sorority on campus that does period product drives a few times a year. They're amazing. We usually manage to get the shelves totally stocked with their help. They haven't done it in a while, so it's a little sparse now, but I'm sure they will soon. Anyway, keeping up so far? Good. Over here is where we keep boxes. If people don't bring their own bags for groceries, we can load up these boxes for them. We can also help them put things in their car. Clients come in this store here, and then there's also a pull-through over here to help with the car loading thing. Donations come in over here, which helps keep things running more smoothly. The donations get sorted, we make sure everything's in good condition, not expired, and then they get put on the shelves. Make sense? Yeah, it's really not complicated. We want it to feel as much as possible like a place to come do the grocery shopping, not a charity, That's why we try to sort things by aisle and let people shop with these baskets. We can help if they need it, of course, and we also have these lists of basic things that make up a good week's worth of food for an average 4-person household. Stuff like rice, beans, canned or frozen veggies, fruit, peanut butter, bread, eggs, milk, whatever meat has been donated. You get the idea. And we also try to make sure there are things that are, nice to have. Treats like fruit roll-ups and yogurt raisins and stuff. We don't really give out candy or anything like that, but it's still nice to have snacks that the kids enjoy. Being poor shouldn't mean you have to eat scraps, Oh, you'd be surprised. There are an awful lot of people in this world who think that being poor is your own fault, and that if you're poor, you should have to suffer. And suffering means no treats. No food like steak or ice cream. Just bare-bones staples because it's what you deserve. You should try being less poor next time. And that baffles me, why people can be so judgmental and cruel to others. Honestly, most people are way closer to poverty than they are to wealth. A huge chunk of people don't even have a few $100s saved up for a rainy day. It doesn't take much, just some bad car problem or an unforeseen medical bill to land someone in a position where they can't pay rent or buy food. Then you end up with people who are employed, sometimes working multiple jobs, and they still can't afford a place to live. So they're technically homeless, living out of cars or long-stay hotels or with friends. The working poor, completely lacking in the basic necessities, but still doing everything the best they can. No one deserves to not eat or to be forced to eat low-end food. No one deserves to be treated like trash just because they're poor. Yeah, sorry, I get worked up sometimes. And I'll be honest, I took you for the judgmental type. Someone who'd object to a kid getting a treat with their food stamps once in a while. I think I'm beginning to get that about you. I mean, you have actual skin in the game. You saw what your grandmother went through. And you're still here listening to me rant. That counts for something. Yeah, well, you still need to do the job. It's a lot of work. A lot of heavy lifting, stocking shelves, cleaning. You'll be busy. Think you're up for it? Good, I hope so. I'd like to think I was wrong about you. Hey, I can admit it, especially if you're here to make a difference. I can try to get to know you a little, not be so judgy myself. What does that mean? Oh, you mean my tendency to go off on tangents about poverty? Not sure why anyone would see that as a good thing, but... Cute, huh? That's a first. No one's ever seen my soapboxing as cute before. Maybe there is something wrong with you. If you say so, I'll take your word for it, but thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, everyone has passions. I'm sure you do too. More than this, anyway. I didn't say I wanted to hear about them. But maybe after I return some calls and you do some of the sorting, we can talk more. Get to know each other a little better. What do you think? Only if you want to, of course. You don't have to. I just thought it might be a way to pass the time. Okay then, I'll come get you in a bit. Go over there. See that man in the high-vis vest? That's Charlie. He'll show you how to sort everything. Just tell him you're a new recruit. My pleasure. Surprisingly. Glad you're here. You're definitely not what I expected. No, that's okay, actually. I guess we'll see how it all shakes out. Hey, Sweetness. Special shout out to this audio's randomly selected Sweetness patron, Harmonix. Thank you so much to all of my patrons for keeping this channel going. If you like what you hear, be sure to hit the subscribe button below and check out the links in the description for my other channels and ways to support me. Also, 34 million Americans are food insecure, including 9 million children. Please support your local food bank or pantry and help people get the nutrition they need. Thanks for listening.